troupe out. They're called CrudeMechanicals. They're going to do an improvised Shakespearean play for you. And let's get them out with a typical Shakespearean shout of huzzah, followed by a rousing applause. Are you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, huzzah!
Gentlemen, before we start, we need from you a flaw, a character flaw of such odious magnitude.
Not brushing teeth.
There we go, not brushing teeth.
Ladies and gentlemen, prithee our stage look upon, you shall see an era that shall take place right before thee. Upon this stage we shall play for you a sight whereupon you shall wonder, oh my might, a play about a king who could not oral cavity find, and upon his best wishes he would ride on a hind around the kingdom, searching for an answer to the truth, and we will play for you the tragedy of the tooth.
Hello. Yes, good servant.
I bring the water.
Water?
Water.
Water will not quench the fire in my mouth. The pain is as bad as a rusty nail driven into my testicles.
My lord. 'Tis for rinsing.
Rinsing?
Rinsing.
What be this rinsing?
One places the water in one's mouth.
What's that?
Zhuzhes it about. Spits it out upon the flowers.
Good, my servant, Coddle. Coddle,
Yes.
can thou explain using words in English? Zhuzhing.
I cannot, for it is a French term.
Damn you, man, to bring the practices of that court of knaves to the two. Will it cure my ailment?
No.
Then why, pray tell, should I choose?
I cannot say. It would be impolite.
It would be impolite. Then hold thy tongue, but I tell thee, if I judge to no effect, then I will hold thy head. Separated from thy body is what I mean. I shall cut that down, never mind.
Listen.
Oh! Corvo!
Continue.
Corvo!
Shushing.
Spit for it!
Oh, spit.
No, it still hurts. A lot. Fetch me my chirurgeon. My chirurgeon. Go get the guy who pulls teeth.
Yes. It did not help.
He's been gone an hour. An hour with me and my tooth. To sit here suffering, sweating, while my jaw aches, as never man's jaw has ached before. Where are my servants? Servants?
My lord.
Servants, once again I find myself having to explain I am the king. Your Highness would be more appropriate.
Highness.
Your Highness?
Better. Hast seen Coddle? He went an hour ago to fetch the man who pulls the teeth.
Aye, my lord. Highness. I did see him riding a horse away. He has not returned today.
A horse.
Aye, your horse.
My horse?
Aye.
Hath that rogue stolen the king's horse? Then after him! And when thou catchest him, hangest him!
Aye, I shall use your other horse.
Forsooth, Why dost thou people not listen to me when I say, it is I, good Lord Periodontus? My plan is working. The king hath taken my ill-formed advice and not beseeched his enamel with the tools that would make them last longer. Once infection has set into his oral mask, I shall take over the kingdom, and with all and good teeth anon, surprisingly here in the British Isles, I shall be the master of all that I survey in this kingdom.
My Lord Periodontus.
Ah, it is good Isle Flossie, how art thou?
I'm so looking forward to the time when we can assume power, sit upon the throne, and crush the skulls of the rotting jaws.
I shall be Mother King, and you shall be my maw of the queen.
Oh, my sparkling teeth and gnashing jaws shall rule the land beside me.
Our appetite shall know no bounds.
Bones and teeth! Bones and teeth! Bring out your bones and teeth!
Oh, sir. You are collecting bones and teeth?
Yes, my lord.
I heard it such by your voice.
And what have you here?
I have a very special tooth. Or I have a tooth coming that is special indeed. Tell me, do you think it ripe to have a tooth of a king added to your collection?
Yes. I
Yes.
do. That would be quite a nice addition.
Wouldst thou pay a great deal for such a thing, to have the tooth from inside a king?
Well, now. Typically, I am taking tooth and bone out of the goodness of my heart. Because people want none of these things. But in this one particular specific case, yes, I would pay good coin.
Most excellent. Well, I have just the tooth to bring to you, but I would need money for it. The king, you know, has a most unusual odor about him, and approacheth him puts one at great risk.
I know the king.
Aye.
Of which you speak.
Very well. I shall do my surgical duty upon the king and bring you back this goodly thing.
Tooth and bones!
You have called, my lord. I, Periodontus, make my way in your presence.
Good Periodontus.
Thou lookst troubled, my liege.
I am troubled by a devil that has taken up residence in my jawbone. Look and tell me in thy professional opinion, what seest thou?
Open thy maw and let me look. Oh! Aye, King. King, hast thou not been taking my goodly informed advice for thee?
Well, what advice was that?
Well, let me look again. Oh, fair is foul, and foul is indeed fair. Hover through the fog and filthy air.
Speakest thou of my breath?
No! Perhaps, King, you are not doing what I told you to do. Look, King, thou must go to thy cabinet and open up thy cabinet and take the large bag of sugar. Put it in the glass, fill that glass with water, and drench with sugar every single time I tell thee to.
My good Periodontus.
Sir,
The trouble is that once I have put the sugar in the water, and the water then into my mouth, I do not want to let it go, and so I swallow.
ah, there's the rub, my king. I must let the water resonate like a cataract inside thy maw. Let it resonate inside the valleys and rivers of thy gums. Let it heal. Oh, sugar hath healing properties of thy enamel. And once thou hast allowed the proper amount of time, you shall see thy results. Trust me, for once I am the Lord Dentist, sir.
Indeed. Then I shall drink of this decoction.
Sure. Oh, does it hurt, sir? Oh, peace, good pine pot, my liege. I'm so sorry, but the affliction does sometimes have to outweigh the pain of the cure.
Oh! Ah! Why, man? It felt as though someone had taken a drill and bore slowly but strongly into my mouth.
It is painful, is it?
Don't make us that too much, I think.
It's just an affliction, a tick I have. 3 ugly sisters gave it to me when I was young. I mean,
It's quite a story. I would hear it.
for another time,
For another time.
my liege. Continue with this treatment, and your teeth shall, if my analogs are correct, grow back. You shall grow brand new chiclets for which to bite on thy food.
No, that would be a wonder.
Yes.
Now, good my Lord Periodotus, if thou succeedest, I will make thee an earl.
Oh, it shall succeed if my plan doth smart.
And if thou fail,
Oh, sir,
I will be wroth, and I will have thy teeth, fingernails, and toenails pulled out one by one as I watch and laugh.
Oh.
Days did pass, and the water with the sugar was mixed and rinsed and, of course, drunk. And the king did not recover, of course. Weeks turned into months, and the king was laid low upon a bed of sickness, low and moaning still, with all the pain with which this story did begin.
Ah! Ah!
No! I am sorry I have been away so long.
Colonel, I sent down to fetch the man who pulls out teeth. Thou needst not worry now, I have none left.
I am sorry for thy loss, Your Highness, but I did bring something which perhaps could remedy thy heart. Thy estranged queen!
Hello, it is Queen Esnomia.
Hello, my dear Sesnomia. How dost thou like me now? In my sickbed, toothless, like an aged man.
About the same as I did before, my lord.
That does make sense. Just why we are estranged. How did Cardinal convince you to come back to this, my sickbed?
I can't tell him about the bag of gold and... Oh, he's just very nice. Just persuasive. He's persuasive.
Cardinal? Persuasive? Most of the time I can't hear him.
Very persuasive.
Perhaps the queen is a more attentive listener. His Highness.
Dost thou dare correct thy king? No, I didn't think so. Dearest Esnomia, how have these long months treated thee since thou hast been at my side?
Well, I have gone to the kingdom of Palm Springs. I did take the waters
Mm,
and look upon the sea.
mm.
I relaxed and I read many a book purporting to help the self. I learned many things. Perhaps our relationship faltered because of me.
That is what I have said. And that is what has been written down in the royal records, for never shall it be said that the king was at fault when a queen could be found to blame.
But now let me tell you, my ears are ready to receive that message at long last. Before, they were blocked by my ego. Tell me, my king, have you read The Artist's Way?
No, I have read a book astrological. Indeed I have, that claimed that men were from the warlike Mars and women from beauty's Venus. Well, I would, but then I checked the back of the book, and according to the biography, the author had himself been separated from his wife. And at that point, I did wonder, were it all a trick? A mummer's jest? Snake oil from a salesman? But I am glad to have thee back. For one reason and one reason only.
What's that?
The kingdom needs an heir. I am not pleased by the thought of it either. But do our duty we must. especially as I now lie here in my sick bed.
Oh, my husband. In Palm Springs, I learned that my womb is haunted and accepts not the spirit extra from the other people. It's
A haunted womb!
my womb is full of things preventing children.
Good,
It
my
can't
wife.
happen.
I
Good,
am
my
praying for thy wound.
Please don't!
Good, my wife. I hear what thou sayest, and a solution striketh me. Perhaps an exorcism upon thy womb.
My lord! I bring news from the castle, my lord.
What dost thou bring, good servant?
Thy plan has worked most beautifully well.
Is he upon his deathbed? Is he attempting to breathe his last?
He is attempting to breathe his last. He has lost his teeth and lies in bed most of the day. But the queen has returned from Palm Springs with a haunted womb, they say. Alas, he is attempting to perform an exorcism
An exorcism of a haunted womb!
upon her womb.
Upon her womb!
I believe he is attempting to use an instrument unlike a crucifix in this exorcism.
Unlike a crucifix or like a crucifix?
Unlike in that it has but one piece of
Say no more. I can't say no more. I'm slowly updating. It's been a long day.
But Lord, an heir to the throne would...
But thwart my plans, you are a smart servant, Ecoplastia.
Thank you, my lord. You've given me a name.
Yes.
Intelligent, sir.
Keep thy name true, Ecoplastia. Thou art working your way up in the career.
My lord,
Sir.
if we could keep her womb haunted,
Yes.
so as that seed could not take hold, there
Yes.
would be no one in line but you.
But, Ecoplastia, I am only an expert in this cavity, not other cavities.
I do not claim to be an expert in all cavities,
Sure.
but I am familiar with some cavities,
Yes.
some of which are in the general vicinity of which you refer.
Please, be specific.
The nether regions, my lord.
Thank you very much. Don't euphemize at all. Say it.
I may not be able to keep them haunted, but I believe, sir, that I can reduce them to an area where perhaps the king may not wish to go.
Let me see if I'm following you. You can reduce the target area. Make the target smaller.
Aye, my lord. I could make the target larger. And if other people were at the target first, perhaps the king may not wish to re at the same target. It is said sometimes a target hit by other arrows is not so appealing to an archer.
Are you suggesting, Ecoplastia, that I should use my own arrow in this venture?
Perhaps.
But what would my dear Flossie say? I would be betraying my love of Flossie. We have great plans, us,
My lord,
together.
perhaps Flossie does not need to know that you are engaged in something else below. She could find out much, much later when you sit upon the throne. And then she would not hate you.
Spoken like a true bro. The queen of haunted womb doth wait in the other room. I shall enter anon. The room. Not the room. Apologies, Your Highness. It is I, Lord Peridonatus. In thy presence, I get flustered.
Oh, how charming. Just reading up on womb hauntings.
You're looking rather tan these days. Palm Springs doth agree with thee.
Thank you, would that I could return there anon.
But why dost thou need to return, Your Royal Highness?
Don't sit on my book.
Oh, The Way of the Artist. It's a fantastic book.
Oh. You have read The Way of the Artist.
I have indeed read Lady Julia Cameron's The Artist's Way.
Oh,
Once married to a great theatrical director.
yes, I guess that. Perhaps her womb was haunted as well. I don't know why they.
Never do I.
I've never met a gentleman so interested in the things that I'm also interested in, but I must tell thee, I'm planning to escape.
Where, my Royal Highness? To where and for why?
My room is haunted, and my estranged husband is planning to make a siege on the area to create an heir, and that's the last thing I would like to happen to my area. He, as you may know, has a certain air about him. It makes it intolerable to lie with him in a matrimony.
I have breathed that air. It is not fit for man or
It
beast.
certainly is not, and if I cannot escape bodily, I shall escape spiritually and in my life.
Your Royal Highness, I am one learned in the war of arts and arts of war. Perhaps the territory that you want invaded, perhaps another army could invade prior and occupy the land, therefore rendering it useless to your heir.
What if hunting is contagious? Would the invading army have a haunted spear?
It's a risk that all invading armies take.
And so, though both they feared they may one day rue it, they did that very night do it.
Anosmia! Anosmia! Anosmia, I have packed my mouth with sweet herbs. With fennel and rue and garlic. Yes, Carl.
The Queen cannot come to your side, for she is...
I don't need her to come to my side. I'll explain when you're older.
She is nauseous of morning.
Nauseous of morning.
Nauseous of morning.
Nauseous of morning, sailors take warning.
Yes.
Fetch me thus the Lord Periodontus. He is a wise man and skilled in the ways of women and doctoring wounds.
Of course. Where is
Good, my Lord Periodontus.
Good my liege, how art thou?
I am toothless, as thou well knowest, and not well. I have not yet gotten an heir on my queen, and I hear now she is nauseous of a morning.
This is true. This is what I have heard, pray tell as well, my liege.
Canst read it to me? Canst explain this phenomenon?
Yes, my liege. I have consulted by many books that were given to me by the three ugly sisters. Again, long story.
Forgive the intrusion, my lord. Thy tunic, thou left it in the Queen's chambers.
Oh, sure. Thank you. Colonel, a moment. Sayest thou that the Lord Periodontus left his tunic in the Queen's chamber?
Yes.
How comest this?
No, I was merely inspecting her health, dedicating myself to her health as I have dedicated myself to yours, Your Highness.
With such good effect. When thou sayest, my Lord Periodontus, inspecting her health, I did notice a blush about thy cheek, as though Cupid's arrow had struck thee and was causing thy heart to race.
It's true, my liege, it's true. Thine heir is mine, and I shall ensure it rules.
Oh, stabbed by a Periodontus. How undignified.
My lord, you've done it. Oh, and we can rule together, finally at long last.
Yes, Flossie, that's...
What is this? What is this foul woman doing with
Oh,
my new lover? What sayest thou? Who is this?
The Royal Highness, she just returned from Palm Beach, and she's...
I am tan, and I am a child. By this man who has unhaunted my womb. Foul harpy, have you unhaunted
I have indeed, but it was...
I didn't have to do it. Even after death, his spirit rises as a foul cloud.
May it haunt thy womb forever. Oh,